Orenthal James, better known as O.J. Simpson, is a former NFL running back, broadcaster, actor, advertising spokesman, and convicted armed robber and kidnapper. He was once a popular figure with the U.S. public, but he is most well known today for his trial and acquittal for the murders of his former wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her alleged boyfriend, Ron Goldman.
Mr. Simpson, you are charged in information BA 97211 in count 1 with the crime of murder. How do you plead to counts 1 and 2?
Absolutely 100% not guilty.
O.J. Simpson attended the University of Southern California, where he played football for the USC Trojans and won the Heisman Trophy in 1968. He played professional in the NFL as a running back for 11 seasons, primarily with the Buffalo Bills, from 1969 to 1977. He also played for the San Francisco 49ers from 1978 to 1979. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983 and the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1985. After retiring from football, he began new careers in acting and football broadcasting. In 1994, O.J. Simpson was arrested and charged for the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The pursuit, arrest, and trial were among the most widely publicized events in American history. The trial, often categorized as the trial of the century, ended after 11 months on October 3, 1995. This is when the jury came to a verdict of not guilty for the two murders. An estimated 100 million people nationwide tuned in to watch or listen to the verdict announcement. Following Simpson's acquittal, no additional arrests or convictions related to the murder were made. O.J. Simpson was arrested and convicted in 2007 for armed robbery, where he was then sent to jail for 33 years, though he got out on parole this Sunday in 2017. After this, everyone wanted answers. A million questions could be asked about the case, but there is one question in particular that relates to O.J. himself. Why did he do this and show little to no remorse? I understand that everyone has their own opinion, but in this case, let's assume that O.J. did commit the murders. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental disorder in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. But behind this mask of ultra-confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. Because O.J. was a nationally famous football star, he did have a big ego. Having the attention on him a majority of the time could have very well played a part in this narcissistic personality disorder. It is obvious to see the lack of remorse and empathy for Nicole Brown Simpson and her family on O.J.'s face. An example of the fragile self-esteem is demonstrated in the Bronco chase. When O.J. started to take in the criticism against him, at the time he lost it. He needs admiration and is not getting it, causing him to act in extremely abnormal ways. Narcissism in his character can also be observed during the murder trial. When the prosecutor started questioning O.J., he immediately got defensive. You can feel the anger in his voice because he, once again, could not take the criticism. Could this personality disorder alone explain his actions? O.J. was always focused on his own success, and this was one of the few things that did not stop after a Sunday game. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, is a condition which occurs in the brains of sports stars who regularly suffered head trauma and concussions during their careers. The condition, which can begin months, years, or even decades after the last trauma, causes tissue in the brain to break down, leading to impaired judgment, impulse control problems, and aggression. In 2012, Simpson's attorney attempted to appeal his sentence by claiming he had diminished responsibility due to brain injury. As part of their evidence, attorneys had Simpson testify to having suffered numerous blows to the head during his career as a running back in the NFL and at USC. He said he had to sit out after suffering severe blows to the head, and other times had continued playing despite being injured. Impulsive aggressive behavior has been somewhat common in athletes that take frequent hard hits to the head. Take Ray Rice, for example. This is a former American football running back who played his entire professional career with the Baltimore Ravens of the NFL. Rice was repetitively hit in the head during his career. There is now a domestic violence case against this former football player. In 2014, video surveillance emerged of Rice hitting his fiancée in an elevator. Experts blame the aggression on traumatic brain injury. This could definitely be CTE. Because of the nature of CTE, it can only be diagnosed after death, so it is impossible to say whether Simpson or Rice has it, but evidence lean towards some type of brain injury for both of the cases. Narcissist personality disorder and CTE is the best explanation as to why O.J. Simpson would commit such actions.